it's Alicia, also known as ValkiAli, and today we're going to be Raticate makeup. It has been a while since I've done my makeup. I just have not been able to wake up early enough to do it. I've just been exhausted. And also I don't go to bed at a good time, but I'm going to get my sleeping schedule back to normal after today and tomorrow. I'm going to be going to sleep at a normal time again. Okay, so we're going to start off with our usual, putting our things back, and our Vino Daily Moisturizing Lotion. I can throw this away too, I just thought. Okay, sorry. I threw away that blush palette I had since like high school that I was still using. Like, okay, it's time to throw it away now. I have like 4 other blush palettes. I could throw away the one I've had since high school. The thing I use to moisturize my lips is this chapstick. It's a sweet papaya. It's actually lip butter. I thought it was lipstick. Lip chapstick. But it's lip butter. And it feels so nice on the lips. I really like it. A lot, actually. I think it might be my go-to for a little while. Then I'm going to be using my e.l.f. Holy Hydration Face Cream. To really moisturize my face. Okay, now that I have that all over, oh god, all over my face, I'm going to let it just soak for just the tiniest bit into my face, and I'm also going to grab my Poreless Putty Primer because I will be wearing this makeup all day this time. I will not be washing it off immediately because I don't have to go work or anything or anywhere I have to wear a mask. So getting the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, I've used it quite a bit. I'm going to take it, put it on the sides of my nose and put it underneath my eye, like right there. Kind of work it out. I'm going to apply it all over here. So I'm going to talk about my week, just the tiniest bit, I guess. So school has started for me. It's fun so far. Yeah, school was fun. That's the term I'll use. One of my classes, it's a little stressful because the guy, he didn't explain how the class is set up until a week after we already started school. He just didn't tell us how it was going to work, and there's no explanation or anything. Like, some of our assignments that are graded are underneath assignments, and we were asking, that doesn't make any sense. Like, if they're graded, they're technically an assignment. So why isn't it under assignments? And he was like, I've never done that. And we're like, that's weird. You've never done that. You need to put your graded assignments underneath assignments. He's like, I just don't post those there. And I'm like, why not? It's a grade. I mean, he started doing it because I guess we complained enough to him that he listened to us. Okay, so now I'm going to be taking the Wet n Wild color corrector, and I'll be going into the yellow one, as always. So I use it all up. I'm going to grab it. I'm going to tap it on the inner part of my eyeball. And tap it outwards. Okay. And I do this like every day, even when I'm having to wear a mask and stuff, because I put concealer on, so I always use this. Also, I have been streaming pretty much every day except for when I'm a double. I've been streaming, and it's actually going pretty well. If anyone would like to join my Twitch is the same name as my YouTube name is here. Alright, now we're going to start with foundation. And as I said before, we are using shade. This is a little too dark, but I do it because I'm not going to use my foundation that actually fits my face right now. Because it's not free, and I don't want to spend money when I have this other stuff I could use. So I'm just going to take all of it and bring it down my neck so my neck will match my face. So I'm going to take, and I do have a little bit of breakout right now, which sucks, but it's okay. I'll live. All right, bring it all the way down. Then I bring it onto my ear. Always. Okay. Then I'm going to take it. Going to put it on one side of my face, and put it on the other side of my face, and right here. Okay. And then I always go over my lips because I don't want there to be a weird line around my lips. That's another reason I moisturize so heavily on my lips, is because there will be foundation on top of them. And all the foundations I use are matte finish, so, because I just like the way it looks a little bit better. There is that whole dewy finish, like, trend right now, but I'm not really into that. And the dewy foundations don't really work for my skin, because my skin is, like, dry in some places, and if I ever do, like, dewy foundation or anything that's, like, illuminating or something, my face always looks, like, greasy on certain parts throughout the day. So also, I've been uploading my Twitch VODs to YouTube as well. You can look to my past videos, and I've been doing that. I do need to download my stream from yesterday before I start my one for today. Okay, put quite a bit on my forehead. And make sure you are going over your eyebrows, because if you don't, the skin underneath it won't match, and then you should bring your foundation into your hairline if you're doing anything that's like slightly darker than what your actually skin color is, because you need to make sure it matches again. But also, I have bangs, so it's not nearly as big of a deal as if I didn't have bangs. Okay. Alright, foundation is on. Now, I'm going to grab my concealer, which is the Maybelline Fit Me kind. I think I'm going to have to get some pretty soon. It's starting to get a little low. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait, actually. I'm silly. I'm doing concealer yet. I need to contour first, because I have to put the concealer on my nose as well. So, I'm going to have to contour my nose. And I can't see my face before I do my contour. So, back to what I was doing. I'm going to take the LA Girl Pro Conceal. I'm going to just run it across my face. And I just squeeze just a little bit out. I just have to be very careful with it. Typically I don't squeeze any out normally, because the concealer just kind of stays there. I have to do it every once in a while. Okay, now I have concealer kind of just sitting on my hand, so I have to wipe that off first, so it just doesn't sit on there. Okay, now I'm going to, when you blend out like a concealer like this, also this contour, you're going to pull it down, because you're trying to create a shadow, essentially. That's the whole idea of contour, is you're creating shadows on your face. You can also completely change your face shape with just contour, but I stick to my normal, the contouring that my face is when I do it. So I'm not changing my face shape, I'm just defining it, because when you put, so your face typically has shadows on it naturally. When you put foundation over it, it takes those shadows away, because it's kind of just a mask on top of your face. So your skin isn't being touched, which allows you to have shadows. So the shadows you would normally have on your face are gone now. So that is why makeup artists always say to contour at least. Okay, so we're adding the shadow back to our face. Nose contour is a little intense because that's just what happened. But I can fix it to not look like this. Okay. My nose now looks dirty. So how we're going to fix that situation, what we're going to do, we're going to take our concealer, we're going to put a little bit on the tip of our nose, on the bridge of our nose, or whatever shape you'd like to have. And then you're going to take the concealer, going to run it kind of around that contour you were trying to make, so you have kind of the shape you were going for, and then when you blend it out, it should be right. This has worked for me typically, though. Oh my god. I need a bigger fucking vanity. This one is not nearly big enough. Everything's always falling off of it. Actually a problem. Okay, now I'm going to blend this out. And I blend outwards with this concealer on the outside. And then now I don't have to apply concealer on my forehead either. There we go. I fixed it. Now I'm going to take some concealer, dot it right in my chin. Now I'm going to conceal underneath my eyes. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a dot in the middle, and then a couple of dots going out, and a dot in the middle, a couple of dots going out. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to blend all these little guys out. Little dots, little doodads done on the face. And then we're going to set our face. Okay. Now I'm going to set my entire face. And I'm going to use the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow. The only reason I'm using this is because I want to get rid of it first. It has shine to it, which I don't really like when it comes to my face powders. I don't want my face to be shiny like all over. I like to be shiny in certain points, but I have it. I might as well use it. Don't let it go to waste. And as I said, it's not like I'm going anywhere today, like important. I'm going to go do my laundry, that's about it. Which, ain't nobody important when I'm doing my laundry. I typically don't look nice anyways, because I mean I'm wearing my shittiest clothes. Typically. I am going to have to get ready after this. I gotta get dressed and stuff. I'm putting it all over my face because I want everything to be matte because I like it that way better. And you see when I do put this powder on, it kind of takes the you know, it kind of brings down the color of the foundation just a little bit. So it kind of helps it look a little more normal. Also, I'm going to set my ears. Alright, now I'm going to work on my blush, which I'm going to try out. Oh, I washed my out. Now I'm trying a new palette today. I'm using this one. It's just face powder by Michael Giordano. I don't know. It's just a face powder palette. And I'm going to go into this shade. This shade right here. This one. They don't have shade names on them. Ooh. You're gonna have to take your brush and you have to like hold it. Kind of like that. Then I'm going to tap it off a little bit. I'm going to take it. I'm going to smile. I'm going to kind of focus it right here, and then I'm going to blend it outwards. Oh, I like that. That looks pretty good. I didn't mean for blush to touch that upper part of my lip. Which I do need to wax my upper lip. Tonight, probably, once I take my makeup off. Alright, I'm going to add a little bit of the blush on my nose. I haven't waxed my nose in my upper lip in a really long time. But darker hair is beginning to grow again. So we gotta do that. Ooh, uh-oh. Okay, I blended it out. It looks better. I was afraid it was gonna be even too intense for me, which is a lot of blush. Okay. I think that is enough blush. I still, however, saved my highlight till the very end, because that's one of my favorite things to do. Okay, so going around my e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer. Grab the concealer. I'm going to some on my lid. Okay. I'm going to blend out concealer. And I'm not going to set it first. I want to kind of see what happens if I just kind of and I'm going to let it kind of dry down some and not be super duper tacky, because I want to see if that'll help my palette that's having some troubles a little bit. I'm going to try my James Charles palette without setting the concealer first. Okay. So for Raticate, I'm going to grab this shade right here. Let's see if that'll help the color pay off some. Yeah, that helps it out. But I don't know if it's going to crease or not. I haven't tried it like this yet. Okay, that's helpful to know. Now I'm going to dip back into the shade. It's a little too orange. I'm going to put a shade on top of it to kind of hopefully help that. I didn't expect it to be so damn orange. Okay. I'm going to grab shade Mocha from the Lorac Mega Pro 4 palette, and I'm going to kind of tap it on top of it. I have some fallout on my face. Just swipe it with this brush. Yeah, if I layer it on top, it kind of helps the color a little bit. Okay. So now I gotta do the same thing on the other. Nope, can't do the same thing on the other side because I haven't put the concealer on my face. I wanted to see if this worked. Well, it worked, which is good. Now what I'm going to do though is I need to kind of blend it out. I'm going to grab this shade right here to blend out the edges of this. Hopefully it won't disappear this time when I do it this way. Because typically the shadow just dissipates when I do this. It's not doing it this time. Yeah, I think setting the concealer with this palette is not the best idea. But it's okay, because you live and you learn. Okay. This looks so much better. Okay, blended that out some. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab my glitter base that I have. I'm going to grab the tiniest bit on my finger. Like actually the tiniest bit, because you just, oh God. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this shade right there. I'm going to grab it on my finger. And I'm going to tap it into my lid. So now, quite like that actually. Now I'm going to put the concealer on the other side and do the same thing on the other side. Oh my god. This is why I need more room, so I can just put my shit on the top. So that everything falling off, always. Now, I'm going to take and I'm going to blend out the concealer with my finger again. So now, I'm going to do the same thing though, because if you don't, the color will not look right if you do it differently. So even if you mess up, you have to keep the mess up the same, or it won't look right. Now I gotta blend it out. I know the design that I'm doing is kind of simple, but I mean, if you've ever looked at Raticate, he's kind of a simple looking Pokemon. There's not a lot to him. And I sure as shit am not giving myself buck teeth, so I don't have a prosthetic to do something like that, or like a teeth thing to do that. Okay, now I'm going to do the bottom lash line, which what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into shade Mocha in the Lorac Mega Pro 4 palette. I'm going to kind of focus that in the middle, right here. And then I'm going to go into shade Dark Chocolate. Okay, I'm going to just put that on the very outer part of my eye. And just kind of blend them together. I just want the slightest bit of darkness because his eyes are a little dark. That's why I'm kind of doing it like that. Then going back into Dark Chocolate for the other side. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into shade Honey right here in the Lorac Mega Pro 4 palette. I'm going to bring that slightly into my eye. Inward. There we go. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to put on mascara. I'm going to use the Great Lashes, Lots of Lashes mascara. Also, quick question, because there was like this TikTok thing, I guess, where a girl was putting her mascara on and she got it literally all over her eyelids. Because she was like, it doesn't work any other way. But a lot of people I've been noticing recently, like as well, is they want like really spidery lashes. Like they want like 8 lashes, they want them to go all the way to the top, and there's always a clump on one of the ends of them. Why is that a thing? Those don't look nice or real at all, like whatsoever. Like they don't look good. They look like you had no eyelashes and you're trying to like Yzma from freaking Emperor's New Groove. That's what I think of now when I see those girls. Because you know how she had the 3 little lashes on the end? That's how they freaking look. And they have like no lashes in the center. One of my coworkers kind of has those lashes right now, but that's because she got like lash extensions and it's pulling out all of her eyelashes. That's why I only wear false eyelashes whenever I cosplay, because they kind of rip my lashes out. And so I rarely want to do that. So I only wear them when I cosplay, and I get like the $1 ones from Dollar Tree. And I keep them and I kind of save them and stuff, and I'll use them again. But the thing is I'm like, and so I think that's also because people wear those lashes all the time. And they rip out all your freaking hair. There we go. I like to look like I actually have like more than 8 lashes on my eyes. That's my preferred look. So now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take shade Cedar as per usual. I'm going to define my eyebrows. What I'm going to have to do after I'm done recording this video, I'm going to have to let my phone charge, and then while it's charging, I will go take care of like my laundry and stuff, and probably read, some pages of my textbooks. Then after I do that, I'll come back in here and I'll grab it, and then I'm going to have to I'm going to have to edit and convert the video, because I still, after I'm done with like recording, I still have to take pictures for Instagram, so when I do post it. And then what I'm going to have to do is, after I start converting it, I'm going to post the Raticate. Rattata. There's a million different ways people pronounce that Pokemon's name. After I'm done with that, or after I start converting the video, I will post the other makeup look and post the pictures on Instagram. And once it's done converting, I'll upload it. While I'm doing all that, I'll be doing schoolwork and stuff to get that done. Right, now that I filled my brows in, I'm going to grab the clear Great Lash mascara to set my eyebrows because it stays longer and I think it looks better. And it's cheaper than most brow gels, and the brow gels dry out super quick. From like everybody I've talked to about brow gels, they're like, yeah, they dry out in like 3 months, and I'm like, yeah, well, I keep my clear mascara for like a year. I've actually gotten a couple of my coworkers to start using it for their brows instead, because it's just better by far. Now I'm going to grab my brush for my highlighter. I'm going to grab my Too Faced highlighter. I swipe it 1 time fully, like 1 or 2 times fully, and then I take this water, which I'm going to clean this bottle out today because it's starting to smell weird. I don't know why, but I'm going to clean it out. I'm going to put some soap in it, probably let it sit for a little while. I'm going to let it soak and get that weird smell out of it, then rinse it out like 20 times, make sure there's no soap in it so my face doesn't break out. Oh, it smells weird. I don't like it. Oh, and I take the excess and I put it on my nose, down my brow bone, on there. I do have to do my lipstick still. I forgot about that. Shite. Okay. I'm gonna put my lipstick on. And after I do that, I'm gonna let it dry down, and while I'm drying down, I will put the soap inside of the stuff. Okay. And I'm going to clean my brushes pretty soon because they need it. Actually, I'll probably do that today too. I'll find time to do everything. I'm going to take this darker brown shade in Toffee Talk from Wet n Wild. It's a liquid catsuit. Just to let y'all know, if you guys get these, fair warning, they smell really strong. And not in a Mac cupcake kind of way. How I do my lipstick is I take and I dip in the bottom. I dip in the bottle, then I do the bottom. And then I do the top. And I kind of work my way down and up so there's less product on the edges of my lips. Because it looks better, I think. Because if you don't, you just have harsh lines everywhere. Okay, so that is the Raticate makeup. I'm going to take my bangs down and brush them, and then I will take pictures. So I'm going to go do that first. Okay, bye. Wait, not bye. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Be good people. Drink plenty of water. Follow me on twitch.tv/ValkiAli. Follow me on Instagram at ValkiAli. Follow me here. Subscribe to me, whatever the fucking word is. Like, comment, all that fun stuff. Bye.